Stop messing around, guys. Rich people need their shit.
Cruis'n, yeah. Cruis'n USA, yeah.
Take a left here at the light. Sure, we're watching, make sure the trailer follows. Remember, wait till your window is parallel with the lane you want to turn into, then start to turn. Got a fire EMS action here. Okay, go ahead and get back in the left. This route's about 45 to 50 minutes. Take that left on Southeastern. This turn's going to be a little tricky because you don't have an arrow here, so you got to really watch the traffic coming off from under that bridge, because it'll be there before you know it, and you don't want to be impeding traffic. Trailer. There you go. Now we had a bit of an issue earlier because the directions on how this route was going, or where to turn on this route, weren't exactly clear. They told us turn on English, but it's not English. actually Pleasant Run. We ended up on Rural, face to face with a 10'7" bridge. So I had to take over and get us out of that situation. No police or backing up was involved. But you'll see the turn here in a second. Turn's coming up. Turn right onto Pleasant Run Parkway. Now Pleasant Run does turn into English. Now here's my recommendation for this. When you do your turn, especially if you're in the morning, do your turn. Kind of want to stay in the left lane, take the point. And the reason I say take the point, stay in this lane, you'll see coming up that you're going to have cars parked in the right lane, so you're going to have to get back in it anyways, so just stay here. We haven't gotten that far, so. That guy's waiting on us. Waiting on the invitation to turn.
I'll be there.
Yeah, you see that truck up ahead? He's parked in the right lane. And if you look further ahead, well, zoom in further ahead. You got a lot of cars parked on the right lane, so that's why we're in the left lane. Here we are, Sherman. Whatever you do, don't turn right at the 10'7" bridge. I'm sorry, don't turn left at the 10'7" bridge. Alright. At least he's got his hazards on. See? That's why we're in the left lane. Now you got a school coming up. It's a pretty decent sized school zone. Doesn't look like it's active. Speed limit on this road is still 35. Had a call come in. There's your school zone. It's not active currently. And just to make sure you got the point that you're in a school zone, they put 2 school zone signs here. And there's the school. Now there is no in school zone sign or change of speed limit sign, so you're going to have to look for the back of the school zone sign on the opposite side, which is right there, to let you know that you are leaving the school zone. Now, again, we're staying in the left lane until we pass the bend up here by the new post office. around that bend, you're gonna have to cross into the left lane anyways, and you can possibly impede traffic that way. Nobody can go waste any money. Okay, here's the bend coming up. Yeah, this is the bend I'm talking about right here. Alright, now, once you get around that bend, you can go ahead and get back in the right lane. When you want to do it is up to you. Truck and trailers in the lane, so you do have enough room to get over, even in that short time span. Still 35 up until after the bridge, then it jumps to 50. But we're still a little ways away from that. Now remember, the examiner is not going to tell you how to drive. They're going to tell you which way they want you to go. Don't assume that you know the routes, because they can change it up on you. However, you got to use your best judgment on how you're going to get to where they tell you to go. Just remember, the rules of the road don't change. Only a couple things change just because you're driving a semi. But the general rules of the road don't change. So if there's no turn on red sign, you can turn right on red, as long as there's no sign that says you can't. Also remember, it takes 6 to 10 seconds for a semi-tractor trailer or a combination vehicle to complete a turn, especially to complete a left-hand turn in an intersection. Do not hesitate. Go ahead and get through so you don't sit there and impede traffic. Got a Chomo van up in front of us. Alright, this is where the speed limit changes to 50. Now remember, it's 35 up until here. Now it's 50. And remember, at the very least, you want to do 5 miles under the speed limit. You don't want to do any more than that, or it's considered impeding traffic. The examiner will tell you a couple of times to speed, to pick up your speed. After that, they'll fail you for impeding traffic. You know you could have slowed down for that, right? Or actually, you could have stopped for that. Okay, so why didn't you?
Looked like I had enough time.
You thought you had enough time. Okay. Turn right at the light. Okay, if you're in the point of no return and it changes it at the last minute, it's safer to go through than try and stop. However, and at this turn, you got to yield here. So he's going to go. He's got the right of way. But in this case, in that case, he had enough time to stop, and he decided not to because he thought he had more time, or he thought he had enough time. What's going on here? We're having some focus issues here. All right, we're getting on the interstate. Now remember, 465 is 55 miles an hour all the way around. That's your speed limit. Get off on Southeastern. Remember to keep your turn signal on until your truck and trailer are fully in the lane. Southeastern. Now, if you remember from Chad's pro tip video, where we covered this, the speed limit on this part of Southeastern is still 55 until the light. Just because you get this sign up here that says speed limit 40, pay special attention to the type of sign it is. It's a yellow diamond sign with that speed limit 40 in it. That's just telling you it's coming up, especially with that arrow. The arrow tells you that speed limit change is coming up. That doesn't mean the speed limit change is right there. It's still 55 until just past the stoplight. So we're not in that point. We're about to enter that point of no return right about now. Why are you slowing down?
It's going to change.
Yeah, it's going to change after the light. Okay, he's changing lanes so he can get ready for the turn on the Raymond. Somebody decided to go ahead and take a nap in the back. Oh, okay, halfway nap in the back. Alright, now, when it comes to stopping, some instructors will say you want to have two car lengths between you and the vehicle in front of you. I disagree for the simple fact that a car could actually get in between you and the vehicle in front of you with that much distance. At the very minimum, you want to be able to see the ground under the vehicle in front of you, so that way you have enough space and you still leave yourself an out in case that vehicle breaks down. Guys, this is a nice little sneak peek into the one of the new routes that state's going to be using with the bridge being down. All right, go ahead and turn straight into the left lane. Okay. Transition to the right lane. Somebody trying to do a little sneaky. Okay, they're letting them over. There you go. Okay, remember you're turning left at the light. Now, I recommend for you newer drivers out there, till you get more comfortable driving the truck, use your commentary, which basically that's where you point out all, you call out all your signs, any potential hazards that you see that could affect the safety of yourself and the vehicle that you're driving. You go ahead and get in the left lane here. Don't sit there and try to turn from the right lane like some people have done today, including a CDL holder who was driving a truck, the company of which will remain nameless. But you can still make this turn like you did before. I guess he decided to change his mind at the last minute. Remember to make your turn as normals. Take the point. Stay in the right lane. Don't hit dead man's median. Good job on the turn. Alright, go ahead and pull over here after the bridge. Make sure the truck and trailer are both out of the roadway. Go ahead and throw your hazards on. Put it in neutral. Make sure your brakes are pulled, and go with your emergency stop, sir.
Emergency stop. I'm gonna get out the passenger side to not be in traffic. I'm gonna get my 3 reflective triangles. I'll walk to the back of the truck, put one at 10, one at 100, and then one at 200. Then coming back to the truck and watching traffic, I'm going to wait and see what the emergency issue is, since I'm going to be here longer than 10 minutes. After that, when it's time to collect my triangles, I'm going to grab the one at 200 first, then the one at 100 second, and the one at 10 last, while I'm watching, keep an eye on traffic. Then I'm going to enter the vehicle and safely get back on the road.
Alright, go ahead and put us back on the roadway when it's safe to do so. Okay, now how you get back on the roadway on the municipal street versus the interstate is going to be a bit different. The interstate, you want to stay in the emergency lane and build up your speed so that you can you want to wait till you're about 25-30 miles an hour before you start getting back on the roadway. And then you get back on the roadway. You keep your hazards on because you're a slow moving vehicle until you build up to about 45-50 miles an hour. Then go ahead and turn them off. Now on the municipal road, as you just saw, he turned his hazards off. You didn't see that part, but he turned his hazards off, turned his left turn signal on, got back on, kept the signal on until both the truck and the trailer were in the lane, and here we are back on the road. Alright, take a right at Subway. One thing you guys will notice, and you probably noticed it already, is how bad everybody else in the cars are at driving. But trust me, our brethren ain't that much better sometimes. Alright, good turn, you missed the ditch. We're here on Subway. Now, the building with the reflective glass, you want to check that out on Chad's Pro Tips, how to use that to your advantage coming up the railroad tracks. Whatever you do, you're not hazmat, you're not a bus, so don't stop. When you stop, it's an automatic fail. Which reminds me, we're going to have to go through that list of automatic fails. Probably do that on the next video. Alright, take a right. Let's see, you know this. Alright, now this is a 5-way intersection. The thing is, people don't like to stop here. They like to do California stops. So, if you got the right of way, make sure you go ahead and take it. A lot of these four-wheelers like to think it's a suggestion that they stop at these stop signs. Make sure you're looking at your signs. The examiner will ask you if you're not saying anything. They may ask you, "What's the weight limit ahead?" And if you don't know, they may dock you. Now remember, every time you hit a white line, it's a point. You're allowed 30 points on the road course. Now on this road, speed limit is 35. Trust me, the examiner is watching your speed. Especially if you're in a school zone. If you go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit in a school zone, it's an automatic fail. Actually, I think I'm going to just put the automatic fails probably in a list so you guys can actually see it on the video.
Alright, Chad, I'll wake up now.
Yeah, Miss. The nanny has woken up from her slumber. Alright, take a right at the stop sign. Here's another one from Chad's Pro Tips video. Make sure you're using these hood mirrors to your advantage, especially when it comes to this intersection here. Because that hood mirror on the driver's side will actually see around that corner faster than before you will as you're creeping out forward. Make sure you're stopping behind the stop sign, then creep forward. turning in the liquor store. Take a left at the light. Had a signal on all the way back there. That's why you don't turn your signal on that far back. You may actually get pointed if you turn your signal on too soon. So make sure you turn your signal on about 100 yards before your actual turn.
Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. New videos coming soon.
Alright, get back in that left before that trailer clears. There you go. Alright. Now we got a piece of a tire in the road here. Okay, go ahead and take a left and back into this. Alright, now this is a tricky intersection. I've actually seen students fail at this intersection. Whatever you do, don't sit behind this line. Go ahead and claim your intersection.